Well, we finally recovered from the game. I think, sort of.
Sort of.
Kind of.
I need a
recovered
nap.
from the game. Well, we're trying to actually think about the game a little bit. Can we talk about that? Because everyone,
Let's do that.
We spent the whole day talking about the play, the call, the catch, and the end of the game as opposed to the game. And let's go with a real general thought about this. This was really absolutely the Seahawks defense carrying the load and doing what we kind of talked about at the start of the year they'd have to do. But the question can now be raised as we've seen how conservative their game plan is. And boy, it seemed awfully conservative last night. I mean, even by their standards. And I think the question's being asked, can the Seahawks survive with an offense this conservative? Now, I'm going to agree with you. I know you're going to say absolutely not, and I'm going to say no. But I do think that they're not going to abandon their conservative approach. I do think this is a team that, especially now against the Packers, I mean, they limited the Packers to 1 touchdown, 2 field goals, and the first half was off the charts spectacular.
Right.
I do think they got to believe they can hold teams to under 17 points, so they can play it close to the vest, and I think they will.
I think they will. I think they'll continue to do that, but they've got to expand more than they did last night. I mean, they were Russell Wilson, 5 of 10, 69 yards through the entire first half.
And the third quarter,
Through
right?
the third quarter, 5 of 10. 69 yards. At some point, and that's when Green Bay started getting their rhythm, they adjusted. You saw their running game working. You saw Aaron Rodgers hitting his guys. Luckily, the defense, first half, they weren't bending or breaking. Second half, they bent, didn't really break. You hold them to 12 points. That's a great day. But I just don't know that it's fair to expect your defense to do that week in, week out. At some point, your offense has got to have their back. You've got to have the defense's back. And we can argue about what they did at the end of the game, whether that was or wasn't a touchdown. But you need more out of the passing game, and Russell was asked the question last night in the post-game press conference, can you continue to win this way? And he kind of said, well, yeah, in really giving praise to the defense, but also acknowledged, yeah, we need to function better. In fact, our conversation with him, which is on the podcast today, we spoke to him and talked about the offense just not feeling like it's in a rhythm yet.
Sure.
And he agreed. He said, we've got to make plays. We've got to do better. They've come out slow. They've come out 3 games in a row now where the first half has been one story, second half a different story with that offense. Young, he's going to find his way, but they definitely have to, I think, take a few more chances.
Well, I think a few more chances, and you made the point, we were talking about it off the air, that guys weren't getting open. I mean, this is a receiver problem to an extent, too. But I tell you what, you got
with man coverage, no less.
Good point. Good point. With the 8 sacks, wow. The 8 sacks last night, Seahawks are now 5th in the league in sacks. They're giving up 13 points a game, which is the best number. This is I'm going to go ahead and say it. This is the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens were 6. Now, they're better off with a quarterback who's a little productive, and they had a great back, which is what the Seahawks have too, Jamal Lewis. But they're a team that was with Trent Dilfer at quarterback, won a Super Bowl, incredibly offensively challenged. If your defense is good enough, yeah, they can be successful with their offense doing what they did last night. I couldn't agree with you more, though, man. I would definitely not want to try and do it that way every single game. But, man, that defense is serious stuff.
Let's just get a little bit more offense.
One more touchdown. Just one.